fact that you've got a Champions League game on Tuesday, knockout football as well?
Yeah, we always found every game we play very important, and we always find every trophy we can win very important. So last season we tried to win 4, and this season we tried to win 4 as well, but 2 are not possible anymore, the Premier League and the League Cup. So the other 2 where we are in, we try to win it, as we've always tried at this club. And of course for us, qualification for Champions League is massive, as we all know. But that's not on the line tomorrow. Tomorrow the FA Cup is on the line, and that's a massive game for us.
You said there about reacting after Wolves scored, and you generated a lot more chances after that. I just wonder why you couldn't take that approach earlier on in the game from the start, and is that something you'll be thinking about going into tomorrow?
Yeah, it's not the perfect word to use because it's not what I feel, but I cannot come up with another. I'm almost annoyed if you say that approach, but because the approach is not different. The approach is we want to have the ball as much as possible, and we want to have it back as soon as possible. So we always press high, and when we have the ball, we try to attack. Then that in the final part, when we have the ball in the same position, it leads to chances, as it didn't happen in the first 70 or 80 minutes. That is something I see as well, but that's not down to approach. So maybe we don't understand each other exactly when you mean approach. But we don't approach the game by saying, okay, in the first 70 minutes we don't want to have the ball or we don't want to attack. No, we do. That it doesn't lead to anything, there we completely agree on. But that might also be due to the fact that an opponent is fitter in the start of the game than in the end. Maybe, I don't know, that they became a bit more like, oh, we're 1-0 up, so let's be even more defensive, let's give them a bit of more space. Or there's more urgency with us, but it's never the approach. We always start the game in the same way, and we play it in the same way. But that there is a difference between the last 10 minutes in chance creation compared to the first 80, that's clear. There's no difference in the approach. If you mean that I approach it like, okay, let's stay calm and let's wait. No. Attack as much as you can. That's also what you see in the game. We bring enough players forward. But that we're not able from all the ball possession to create a lot of chances, that's not something new to me. That has happened throughout the whole season.
I wanted to ask you about Cody Gakpo, actually. It's 1 goal in his last 9 games, and he hasn't assisted since the 2-0 win against West Ham in November. Just wonder if you're expecting a bit more from him.
Yeah, I'm sitting here recently quite a lot with these stats. Last week it was Mo, now it's Cody. This is part of what I just said. We have the ball a lot, but we need to create more. And but we are not, in terms of chance creation, last in the league. We're not doing that bad in terms of chance creation. But we're also the team that has most ball possession. So then you expect maybe to create also more. And that's not what we're doing. A player like Cody, a player like Mo, we expect from them, and they expect from themselves, to score more or assist more than 1 out of 9, or Mo 1 out of 10, I think. But as I said so many times, attacking is not only down to Cody and Mo, as defending is not only down to Ibu and Virgil. So yeah, let's make sure we create even more, which should be possible with the quality we are having. And then goals will come for these players as well.
On Tuesday night, one thing you said was the same old story, and I know that was specific to a certain events in the game, but I'm just wondering, aside from set pieces in recent weeks, where do you see the progress being made this season?
No, I think you see individual players getting better and better, but progress has had setbacks because of injuries as well. I think one of the players we are having that is able to create a lot from open play is Florian Wirtz, and unfortunately he got injured 3 games ago. And before that, he was able to create a lot. The team had a certain balance, and then we had to adjust to it again. So that has happened a lot to us this season. But I think there were periods of time this season where we conceded a lot of goals, and also quite a lot of counter-attacks. Now against Wolves, who were playing also in that style, we only conceded 1 counter-attack. which immediately led to a goal. But I see improvement over there compared to the start of the season. Bringing from all the ball possession, bringing in more chances. In some games I've seen improvement, Burnley at home or some others. But not all the games have brought us that. But again, I watched football again a lot yesterday evening, and we're not the only team that finds it hard to create a lot of chances from open play. It is also the Premier League and the opposition we face and other teams face as well. It's the quality of the league that makes it more and more complicated to generate a lot of chances.
And with 2 games in close succession, what options have you got to sort of change it up if you want to?
Oh, we have a few, but we don't have 11, as you know. But we do have a few options. I always have options to bring in, and players you can bring in, you can also let them start. So we do have a few options, but again, not for the first time this season that 3 days after a game we've again dropped points, and that is something I've seen us doing quite a lot this season, and now it's again 3 days after the last one, so we have to be better than we were the last time we played Wolves.
Hi Arne, good morning. For tomorrow, which part of the game could be decisive to go through? You need more mental, tactical stability, being brave, or just being stable?
Mental and tactical stability. I have no clue what you mean by that, but what is mental? What is being tactically stable?
I mean, if, for example, you got the lead for the game and you have to maintain the lead because at the end of the game, a draw wouldn't be maybe enough.
Oh yeah, you mean it like that? Yeah, that is what we are aware of. That a draw is not enough, and it will not end in a draw because there's no replay, is it? No, so it will not end in a draw. That is true. I don't actually know how to answer that question because I don't understand the question. So, but maybe that's just me.
So okay, let's get it through again. So which part of the game could be decisive to go through?
Every part of our game is decisive because you need to be on top of your game in every part of it at Premier League level. So I hope we defend in the same way as we defended against them the last time, because if you only concede one chance, that is against any Premier League side as you want it to be. And usually that one chance doesn't go in. Can happen, but it's a bit weird that from one chance they score twice. And on the ball, we need to improve. That's for sure. But easier said than done, because this is something we are trying for a long time already, to be able to generate more chances from the ball possession we have. But we will keep on training on it, keep on finding answers to that with the players we have available, because sometimes you can want something else, but if you don't have certain players available, then those answers will not always be the right answer to the questions we have. So within the constraints we work in, we have to find the answers.
Where's Florian up to?
He trained half on half yesterday with the team, and what I mean with that, he was a joker you say over here, I think. So he made the next step in his rehab. So let's see where he is today, and if he then could be available for a few minutes tomorrow in the best scenario. A few minutes in the best scenario.
Did everyone else come through okay?
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, till now they did.
And just the club announced yesterday their summer tour plans to go back to America. Were you part of those discussions? Are you already locked in discussions about exactly what the summer looks like?
It's an interesting way of asking another question that you want to ask, but yes, I was fully aware of the fact that we go to the States next season. Yeah.
Hi Arne, I wanted to ask another question around the general approach of the team. Now, you said yourself there very clearly that you're not telling them to go out there and be nasty. But you did say after the match that at half-time you told them that they could move the ball quicker from side to side. Is that something you've had to say quite a few times this season? And why do you think that they are starting this game without having that same kind of impetus?
No, but my job is so much easier than theirs. Because I'm standing there on the side and I can see everything, and they are in full action, and the distances from the teams are really small, so really tight areas. And for me to zoom out and see it, and then walk to my iPad and see it even better, and then showing at half time, okay, boys, there is more space than you think to play it from side to side. Yeah, that's easier said than done. But don't think that before the game I tell them, let's stay as long as we can on the same side. Let's try to stay as long over there. And please, Virgil Ibu, never play a ball forward. Just play it as long as you can towards each other. Now, that would be as ridiculous as we both know it is. But sometimes it is showing them, but maybe that showing them has no influence at all. It's just more that after 45 minutes, the other team gets a bit more tired. So maybe the number 9 doesn't close down the ball towards the midfield anymore, so you can switch it through the midfield, where in the first 45 minutes he does, and then you need to go around, and if you have to go around by your centre backs, it always takes longer to be on the opposite side than when you can go through, and that sometimes has to do with the fact that if players get tired, they don't close gaps as much anymore as they do the first half, and sometimes it just needs another emphasis on it to show, but it's not. I'm not a tactical genius. If I tell them to go faster from side to side, everyone can tell this to them, and that's what we say before the game and after the game. But you play against an opponent as well that tries to prevent you from playing the ball from side to side.
Is this one of those instances where playing the same team again is actually a benefit, because you've had the chance to do it one time, you can analyse what didn't go well, and you can say, or maybe stress the chance of being able to do it a little bit better the second time around?
Yeah, that's an opportunity. Or you take a different quality that you think you need. Now you've played them and now you've seen, okay, that maybe didn't work as well. Then it's also a possibility to bring a different quality in. Although there's not so much to choose, but that is a possibility. So yeah. We could do both, as I said, and we will have a strong lineup tomorrow. But we're also fully aware. I'm also fully aware of the fact how many games we are playing, and it's 3 games in 7 days, many times for us this season, and now again, and we go again with Spurs on Sunday, Wednesday Galatasaray, Saturday early kickoff. So that's done probably the 5th or the 6th time this season that we play 3 games in 7 days. So we are aware of that as well, and sometimes you take that into account in the lineup or in playing time, because it wasn't by choice that it's always by choice that you take Jeremy off, but I don't think it was smart for him to play 90, and that's why we took him off.
Talk there about the difficulties of the schedule. Do you think, knowing what you know now, you would have made maybe different decisions about the composition of the squad coming into this season, or do you think you've maybe just been unlucky with injuries and the timing of injuries and adaptation of certain players? Yeah,
you've already given the answer to me. I'm so happy what we've done last summer. We've signed such great players, but some of them needed some time to adapt them. Some of them have mainly been injured. That's not something you can predict. Yeah, the adaptation you can predict, because that's what we knew. But that some signings and some others got some long-term injuries, that's not something you can predict. But it's the model we are having, that we are not having 25 players over here. We cannot. We have a different model over here, and then it hurts even more if you have 3 or 4 long-term injuries, and at the moment even more than that.
Is that model more difficult in the Premier League, as intense as it is now, and the calendar is crazy, and obviously additional Champions League games? Can you stick to having a smaller squad going forward, or does it have to maybe change?
No, if I have to give an answer, that answer is so complicated. We have to talk about so many things that it would take me a long time to explain, and I might not explain it perfectly as well. So I always knew when I came in this was the model, and I'm really happy with that. So that's the most simple answer I can give.